Well, hello, everyone. My name is Cathy with Courage to Caregivers. We are continuing with our theme of empowerment, and our topic tonight is healthy boundaries. Having healthy boundaries is a way to claim and own your health and well being. When we establish limits or space between ourselves and others, that invisible demarcation line serves as a way to protect your time, your emotions, your energy, and your values. Take, for example, the simple act of saying no. We humans tend to want to please others at all times, and often at our own expense. And that can have consequences. There is absolutely nothing wrong with saying no. It's not a negative term, it's a reality. Saying no is empowering, and no apologies or explanations are necessary. Consequently, when we learn to say no, we can then begin to accept it when others do too. So it's a win-win on both sides. Tuning into the sensations in your body can help guide us into establishing boundaries. Just as we have learned to pay attention to the signals the body gives when we are under stress, we can look at these signs to appear when we've made choices that do not serve us. Have you ever said yes to something that you clearly didn't want to do? I know that I have. You may have noticed that your breathing and heart rate become rapid. You may get a reaction in your gut like butterflies or even nausea. Your whole body might feel constricted or gripping, maybe sweaty palms. These are the physical manifestations of that saying no and not really, or saying yes rather, and not really meaning it. So you say yes when you want to say no. Boundaries help us keep safe, keep growing, and empower our choices each and every day as we put our own needs at the top of the list. When you can name what you're feeling, you can then tame it. In other words, if you know what your body is trying to tell you, then you can rein in those feelings, those sensations, and those signals and get yourself back on track. And that's what we do here. We practice mindfulness. And in that little bit of education, we learn how to control our emotions. Just as we wouldn't want to overexert ourselves, our bodies in a yoga pose and possibly injure ourselves, we keep our healthy boundaries in check so that we protect ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally. Finding that balance within our healthy boundaries is like strengthening a muscle. The more we practice, the stronger it gets. So keep getting stronger, courageous caregivers. The world could use your beautiful presence each and every day. So that's just a little sampling of what you'll be discussing tonight in your support group. We'll go ahead and get started with a little breathing and meditation, shall we? And so I invite you to get nice and comfortable in your chairs. Place your feet flat on the floor, uncross the legs, and maybe shift your weight from side to side a little bit, just getting grounding down through the sitting bones there so that you're not kind of slouching on either side. You're nice and balanced. Please bring your spine all the way to the back of the chair so that you're supported. Take a moment to lift your shoulders up to your ears and then let them softly settle back down so that you're not holding any tension in that area. And with a tall spine, find a little lift through the crown of the head as if a little thread was pulling you up toward the heavens. I invite you to either close the eyes or leave them at a soft gaze. Placing the hands on the thighs or on the knees. We'll begin to breathe in and out of the nose, breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the rhythm of your own breath as it comes and goes in and out of the nose. Noticing your body on the chair, your feet on the floor, and the space all around you. And if this is the first time today that you've had to just sit in stillness with yourself, just embrace that feeling. We tend to go at a very frenzied pace all day, especially when we're caring for others. And so we need to learn to take this time to be present for ourselves. And we know that it's hard to shut off our brains, our ever racing brains. So instead of trying to shut them off, we just notice the thoughts that come and go, but we notice them without judgment. And we let them go like a little gentle breeze on an early summer day. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Just noticing thoughts as they are, not trying to change anything. Good. And as you are settling in and feeling the body soften, we're going to begin a breathing technique today called 5-3-5-3 breathing or rectangular breathing. If you can picture in your mind's eye a rectangle, take your finger and draw an imaginary line across or horizontally. That is the 5 count breath in this breathing technique. So we'll breathe in for 5, and then we'll go down that little short side of the rectangle. We will pause for 3, and then we'll exhale as we draw the other line of the rectangle, the long horizontal line. And then we inhale, and then we pause for another count of 3. So it's breathing in for 5, pausing for 3, breathing out for 5, and pausing for 3. So that in your mind's eye, you're drawing a rectangle. And the reason this breath is so effective is because of that pause. When you pause like that, you are kickstarting the parasympathetic nervous system, which brings us from fight or flight into rest and digest. So I will demonstrate this for you, and then I'll let you go ahead and take some breathing rounds on your own. So here's what it looks like. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2, and 3. And the most delightful thing is after that pause, so you've exhaled, you pause, you know that after that 3 count pause, the next breath will be there. We can count on our breath always. And so we'll try this together now. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2, 3. And now you can inhale again. So I invite you to try this on your own to the rhythm of pace that suits you. If you want to speed it up a little bit, you can. If you want to make this a different count, you can. But remember, inhaling for 5, pause for 3, exhale 5, and pause for 3. So I'll let you go ahead and try this breath in your own body. And as you are breathing, I will read some affirmations for tonight's practice. Affirmations are words of positivity, and when we say them to ourselves enough, they resonate deep within us and become part of us. And so for tonight, I allow others to be themselves. and claim the same for myself. I respect myself and my well-being, so I set limits with my time and energy. Boundaries are love, self-love in action. Boundaries are self-love in action. I care for myself by being clear about what's mine and what's not mine to handle. I care for myself by being clear about what's mine and what's not mine to handle. And so just feeling this very mindful, deliberate breath, breathing in for 5, pausing for 3, exhaling for 5, pausing for 3. Just allow this mindful breathing to gently wash over your body, knowing that the breath will nurture you and it is a tool that you can use anytime you need it. Taking a couple more rounds of breath here. Beautiful. When you're ready, I invite you to blink open your eyes if you have not done so already. And now we'll practice our breathing technique for the month of June. This is called Satali breath or cooling breath. And for all of us that are baking in the hot weather right now, it is a great breath practice to cool the body down from the inside out. So I'll demonstrate this for you. It's a fun one. And so what we're going to do is roll the tongue like a little taco. And just to tell you that genetically, not everyone is predisposed to being able to do this. It doesn't mean anything. It just means some people can and some people can't. So I'm going to go over the breathing practice for those of you who can roll the tongue first, and then I'll give you the option for the ones who can't. And so maintaining your nice posture here with the feet on the floor and sitting up nice and tall. We'll roll that tongue into a little taco and breathe in. And then we're going to close the mouth and breathe out through the nose. So rolling the tongue, breathing in, close the mouth and breathe out. One more time together. Roll the tongue, breathe in, close the mouth, breath comes out of the nose. And so I hope you can feel how that inhaling of the breath with that rolled tongue creates this whole cooling going on in the body. And then when you exhale with the closed mouth, it keeps that cooling inside your body. Okay. The option is for those of you that can't roll the tongue to bring the teeth together in a smile and breathe in through the teeth. Close the mouth, breathe out through the nose. Again, breathing in through the teeth. Close the mouth, breathe out through the nose. Good. So I invite you to take a couple of rounds of Satali breath in whichever way supports you the best. And I'll let you just do that. You can watch me if you want to, but you can do this at your own pace. Beautiful, everyone. Thank you so much for trying Satali breath with me. This breathing technique is also available on the Courage to Caregivers website. There's a link to it, so you can always check it out anytime this month that you're having an especially warm day and you need to cool the body down. In addition to that, it's also very calming and relaxing. And so we're going to go ahead and do a little mindful movement. So these are a few yoga postures, a few just moving postures that we do. We know that yoga balances the mind, body, and the spirit, and it's a great support system for anyone that is under stress. So we're just going to begin to move a little bit now. So just making sure that your feet are on the floor. You might want to come up a little bit in your chair so that you're halfway up with the back not against the back of the chair. Place your hands on your hips and start to take some circles. So we're starting to take some hip circles here in the chair, using your core to support you as you go round and round, letting the head naturally come with you as you go. And we're doing this to open up the hips. So if you've been sitting a lot today or you're under stress, your hips are often tight. So we're going to do a little something about that now. Taking these hip circles round and round. And then when you're ready, moving in the opposite direction, round and round here. Good. Beautiful. And then come to stillness. From here, we'll bring the hands together at the heart, pressing the palms together. Releasing the hands, bringing the arms up overhead, palms pressed together. Exhale, hands down to the heart. And we're going to keep doing this, lifting the arms as we inhale, exhaling as we bring the hands together and bring them towards the heart. These are called sun breaths, opens up the body, wakes everything up. Good. You could even lift your gaze as you're lifting your arms. That's optional. Beautiful, everyone. Good, beautiful. And the next time the hands come together, gently bring them back to the heart and take a couple of breaths here with your thumb knuckles resting against your sternum. Good. And then releasing, we're going to bring the hands back to the lap and take a couple of twists side to side. Taking that right hand, placing it on the left knee. Taking the other hand behind you as you spiral the upper body and peek over that left shoulder, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. Coming back to center, we'll do the same thing on the other side. Taking left hand to right knee, inhaling as we lift through the crown of the head and spiral towards the right, twisting to the right side, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Coming back to center, take the hands, shake them out, shake out the fingers. And then just start to move the head, move the shoulders, shake out the arms, get everything nice and loose here. Just letting all that stress melt away. Good. And then placing hands on shoulders. Draw the shoulders back, opening the heart, opening the chest. Take a slight little back bend here as you lift the gaze and inhale. As you exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, bringing the elbows together. If they don't touch, that's okay. Just bring them close together. So again, inhaling as we lift, exhale, rounding the spine. Just do this a few times, smoothing out all those rough edges in the neck, the shoulders, the upper body. Good. And then releasing, bringing the hands back to your lap. From here, we'll start to roll those shoulders up to the ears and then back down again. So we're getting a nice rotation in the shoulders here. Maybe moving the head a little bit from side to side as we go. Ooh, that feels so good. And then bring the shoulders forward and back. Good. So we're moving in the opposite direction now. Beautiful. And then coming to stillness once again. We're going to go ahead and come out of our chair. So you want the chair near you if you need it for this pose. If not, you can just move it aside, but we're going to come up out of the chair and stand in mountain pose. And so as we stand in mountain pose, our feet are firmly grounded into the earth here. Our bodies are nice and tall, arms down at our sides with the palms facing forward, shoulders back. Beautiful. From here, we're going, and if the chair is there if you need it, we're going to step back with the outer foot. So I'm standing with the chair next to my left side. So with my right foot, I'm going to step back and I'm going to bend into that forward knee. So squaring my hips towards the front here. Hips are nice and aligned. Bending into the left knee, stepping back with the right foot. I'm going to raise the arms overhead. Warrior one, strong, resilient warrior. That's you. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember that chair is there to hang on to if you need it. Nice and balanced, nice and strong. Remembering to breathe. Beautiful. And then bringing the hands to the heart. Releasing the hands, drawing the shoulders back, cactus arms, palms facing forward, fingers spread wide, arch the back slightly, feel the shoulder blades knit together. Releasing, bringing hands back to the heart. And then inhaling as we lift the arms overhead. Beautiful. Good. Hands back to the heart again. And you can step forward with the other foot and return to mountain pose. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and do that on the other side. So I'm moving my chair here. And then we find mountain pose once again, grounding down through all four corners of the feet, standing up nice and tall. This time we step back with the opposite foot, bending that forward knee. And when you bend that knee, you want to make sure you can see your toes underneath. So we're not coming so far forward that it would be potentially uncomfortable for us. We want to save our knees. So keep that knee about a 90-degree angle and make sure you can see your toes underneath it. So that's a boundary right there in the body. We know we have boundaries so we don't injure ourselves physically. From here, inhaling, lifting arms overhead, warrior one. Feeling the foundation of your feet, the strength of your core, your courage that lives in your heart, breathing in and breathing out. Exhaling, bringing hands to your heart. Good. Releasing the hands, cactus arms, elbows drawn in, palms facing away. Beautiful, everybody. And bring those hands back to the heart. And once again, lifting, warrior one. Exhaling, hands to heart. And we're going to step forward with that foot, returning to mountain pose here. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to start to shake the arms out again. Shaking the arms, shaking the shoulders, whatever movement you need. Notice if it feels different than when you were sitting in a chair. This gives you a little more range of motion, maybe pedaling out the legs here. Good. And then find your mountain pose once again. Bringing one hand to each shoulder, so crossing the arms in front of you. We're bringing opposite hands to opposite shoulders, giving yourself a great big humongous hug. So just embracing yourself, all that you are and all that you do each and every day on behalf of your loved one. And think of all the hugs you give during the day. How about giving one to yourself right now? Good. And then gently releasing, arms come back at your sides, mountain pose. And we're going to go ahead and find our way back to our chair. So bring that chair right back where you can sit in front of your screen. Good. And now this is the favorite part of our deep rest, or of our session, which is our deep rest or Shavasana. Shavasana is the part of a yoga class that integrates the mind, body, and the spirit. It brings everything together. So that's what we're going to do right now. And tonight we're doing a forest guided meditation and visualization. And this comes to us from innerhealthstudio.com. I invite you to find the comforts that you need for your rest tonight. If you're going to be laying on the floor, go ahead and find either your mat or your space on the floor, maybe a blanket to throw over you, maybe a pillow to support your head. If you are seated in your chair, make sure you're nice and comfortable there. Perhaps you want to lower the lights in your sanctuary to make it extra cozy, or perhaps even find your music or stillness if that is what you're craving tonight. So this forest visualization is a guided relaxation script in which you imagine walking through a beautiful forest in the mountains. Guided visualizations are a powerful way to relax and calm your mind, thereby reducing stress and anxiety. Good. So as you're grounding down, if you're laying on the floor, feeling your spine supported by the surface beneath you, allowing your body to begin to relax as you start to create a picture in your mind. Imagine yourself walking on a path through a forest. The path is soft beneath your shoes, a mixture of soil, fallen leaves, pine needles, and moss. As you walk, your body relaxes and your mind clears more and more with each step you take. Breathe in this fresh mountain air, filling your lungs completely. Now exhale. Breathe out all that air, feeling refreshed. Take another deep breath in, revitalizing, and then breathe out completely, letting your body relax even further and further. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply as you walk through the forest and continue on. The air is cool but comfortable. Sun filters through the trees, making a moving, dappled pattern on the ground beneath you. Listen to the sounds of the forest, birds singing, a gentle breeze blowing. The leaves on the trees shift and sway in the soft wind. Your body relaxes more and more as you walk. Count your steps and breathe in unison with your strides. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue to breathe like this, slowly and deeply, as you become more and more relaxed. As you walk through the forest visualization, feel your muscles relaxing and lengthening. As your arms swing in rhythm with your walking, they become loose, relaxed, and limp. Feel your back relaxing as your spine lengthens and the muscles give way to relaxation. Feel the tension melting away from your body as you admire the forest around you. Your lower legs and lower body relax as well, feeling free and relaxed. Now I invite you to begin to breathe in your own unique way, whatever is most supportive for you. Breathing in and breathing out. The breeze continues to blow through the treetops, but you are sheltered on the path, and the air around you is calm. Small saplings grow along the sides of the path. Around you is an immense array of green. Some of the leaves on the trees are a delicate light green. Some leaves are deep, dark, true forest green. Many trees have needles that look soft and very green. The forest floor is thick, green moss. And so allow yourself to be bathed in this visual expression of green all around you. Trees grow on either side of the path. Picture the variety of trees around you. Some have smooth white bark. Others are darker with coarser, heavy bark, deeply grooved. Enjoy the colors of the bark on the trees: white, tan, brown, red, and black, many combinations of color. You admire the rough brown bark of the pine trees and enjoy the fresh pine scent. So take a moment to smell the forest around you, breathing in and breathing out. The air is fresh, filled with the scent of trees, soil, and mountain streams. You can hear the sound of water faintly in the distance, the gentle bubbling sound of a creek. As you continue to walk through the forest, you are gaining elevation and getting closer to the sound of a running stream. Continue to enjoy the forest all around you, enjoying the visualization of this forest. As you near the top of the mountain, you hear the stream very close now. The path curves up ahead. You can see sunlight streaming onto the path. As you round the corner, you hear water and see a clearing in the trees up ahead. A beautiful lookout point awaits. You are growing tired from your journey. Your body feels pleasantly tired and heavy. Imagine yourself walking towards the clearing and the stream. Stepping stones make an easy path across the stream and toward the edges of the mountain. Step onto each large, flat stone to easily cross the small, shallow stream. Up ahead is a large, smooth rock. like a chair waiting for you to rest. The rock is placed perfectly high up on this beautiful vantage point. Sit or lie down on the rock if you wish. It is very comfortable. You feel comfortable and at ease, and the sun shines down on you. Looking around, you see mountains in the distance, faint and blue. You can look down from your vantage point to a valley with trees and a brilliant blue lake. Across from you is another mountain. The clearing around you is made up of rocks, soil, pine needles, moss, and grass. The grass and mountain wildflowers around you blow gently in the breeze. A deer quietly emerges from the edge of the forest to graze in the clearing. As the deer raises its head to look at you, you can see its nostrils moving to catch your scent. The deer cautiously walks to the stream to drink before disappearing back into the forest. Squirrels dart in and out as they romp through the trees and race across the clearing. Feel the sun warming your body as you relax on the rock. Enjoy the majestic landscape around you and feel your body sifting into relaxation even more, one breath at a time. Your body becomes warm very quickly. It's feeling very heavy. Continue to breathe in the clean, fresh air. You feel so relaxed, calm, at peace, in unity with nature all around you, enjoying the sights, sounds, and smell of the forest, feeling the sun warm on your skin, feeling the gentle breeze blow across your cheek, listening to the birds singing, hearing the stream flowing, the leaves rustling in the breeze, the squirrels chattering. See the flowers, the trees, the valleys, and the mountains all around you. Lay back on your comfortable rock, and you can look up to see the blue sky. Small white clouds float gently across the sky. Watch them drift by, shapes ever changing. Enjoy this peaceful place. For now, it is time to rest. Softening all the muscles in the face, the forehead, the cheeks, the jaw. Letting go of any tension there. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Allowing the shoulders to relax, the arms, the hands. Releasing tension in the pelvis and the hips, and the legs and the feet. Relaxing the whole back body and the whole front body until your whole body is relaxed. Your whole body is completely and totally relaxed. Rest now in this knowing. Just rest. Very gently and very slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the body, starting to invite a little movement in, wiggling fingers and toes, taking a full body stretch in your chair, or giving yourself any other kind of movement that would support you as you come back to the present moment. Deepening the breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, just rolling to one side, making a little pillow for your head there. And I will read some quotations for tonight's practice. This is from Brené Brown. Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. And this is from Anne Lamott. No is a complete sentence. And last, from Doreen Virtue. Boundaries are part of self-care. They are healthy, normal, and necessary. And as that feels complete, I invite you to press yourself back up into a seated position and meet me with hands resting at the heart. I invite you to close the eyes and feel the vibration of your own energy. And then placing one hand on the heart, the other hand over that hand so that both hands are embracing your heart. And feeling the rise and fall of the chest, along with the ebb and flow of the breath. As you breathe in and out of your heart center, imagine that you are giving yourself a hug here, this little hug of your own heart. As you inhale, the hands move away from the body. And as you exhale, the hands come back towards your heart. So look upon this as a little heart hug right here, right now, just for you. In gratitude for the time we spent together tonight, let us bow to one another with admiration and respect as we say together, Namaste.